Hello everyone, and welcome back to our 50-week prompt challenge. This week we have a bingo card or game piece. That is what we are looking to include into a collage. And in this example, I have a piece of a bingo card, as well as other things like washi tape and map and just something that came out of a book. So that is what I incorporated, but for this time I have a index card as the size of my substrate. So I need to find something. I need to find a game piece that is going to fit on a 3x5 card. So what I did was I looked through my papers and I found a few things. I found these game cards. I don't know what kind of game this was. If anybody knows, do put it in the comments because I really love these cards. There are some really pretty illustrations of this. I don't know, it's like some kind of trade or transportation or some port. So I think that's what this is about. Flax, barley. But anyway, some game. And then I have this card, which must have been also for some kind of game. So I like the idea of using a piece of one of these. I think I would have to tear it in half or tear off a portion. Same thing with this. I'd have to tear off a piece. But those are my options. Now, in addition to that, I have a bunch of papers on my desk that I want to use. I tea-dyed a whole bunch of papers for my summer project in the Vintage and Collage Club, and I'm going to make a whole video of the journal that I created with tea-dyed papers because it turned out really nicely. And I want to share it with you how it turned out. It's got a very vintage look because these papers went through a tea-dyed bath. And I love it. I love the way it turned out. So anyway, I have a bunch of extra papers that I did not use in this journal. And so I have them here on my desk. This is just a small portion of them. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. I need to use these. I want to use these in some collages. So let's try this week for my game piece collage. All right, so that's where I am. So I think I want to put some background pieces. I don't even know. I'm just throwing things on here to see what I can do here. Possibly some of this. You know what? I always put text the appropriate way, the right way. But what if I put text like this? What does that look like? So if I create a background, something like this, and then I take my game piece and then add some more color to it somehow. Those are my challenges right now. I also have this piece here. Well, I think I'm going to cut this like this. And I'm not sure if I will use that size or the bigger size. We'll also tear off some of the top. Okay, so maybe I like these pinks, this pink and this pink. So I might share something with that. And then this is awfully busy, but still, I mean, I have all these papers here, so why not? And then the last thing I would want to do is to add some kind of embellishment. So I have some of these little dies die cut pieces. I wonder if there is something that I could use. I think this might be, is this too big? My little 3x5 is getting lost underneath all these papers, so I don't know what the correct size is anymore. I also have some butterflies. Let me take out a few pieces. I will put the link in the description box of where I get these die cut pieces because these are so awesome. They come in really large sheets, except they are attached with paper like this, and then you just cut out the piece that you want. Maybe this small one with the fruit on it? I could. Okay, let me leave that out. Okay, let me tear down some of these pieces. Let me glue them onto my 3x5 and see how it goes. Okay, so here is what my card looks like so far. I like these pinks. There's a little bit also of pink in there and then the pink here. So now my two options, I can use the bigger one and do something like this. Or here's a smaller one. I could always, you know, push it on the side, push it here, and then I'll take some kind of something and then add it to here. So let me see about my options. Do I like this fruit? Not really. It's kind of weird. Why would I have a piece of fruit on a collage? Let me see, what else do I have? Some butterflies, I think, right? I've got this one, that's kind of pretty. Or this little pot, flower pot. This I don't like, wrong color. Let's see what else I have. Oh, okay, I have a rose, and I also have these strawberries and berries. That's also kind of cute. something like this. I don't know. This is kind of, the size is not working. This is a little bit better because it's larger and it's kind of going off like that. So I do like this, but let's see. Maybe like that. That looks good. That looks good. Now let me see if the bigger one is better. Almost looks nice without the game piece, but this is the whole point. Okay, let's try this again. Like that. What I'm not crazy about is all this white space right down here. Okay, let me try this one and cut this top off. Like that. I think that's it. I could put something else down here. I don't really want to, but maybe even some kind of rubber stamping. Well, let me start by gluing this down. Since this is a little bit thicker, I'm going to use double-sided tape on this. Like that. And then this is going to go here. I want this to go here because there are a whole bunch of intersections that are happening right here. There is this pink paper that's ending here. This label is also ending there. And then this game piece is ending right here. So that is why I choose that spot for putting this on here. Now, what would happen if I put something like this here? Is that too much? It's kind of not. It kind of looks okay. Of course, I could pull out a postage stamp, and in that case, I would want to do some kind of peach or very light pink, I would think, or even maybe even a green or a brown. Let me see. It would have to be something on the small side. No, well, let me see. Something like this. No, that's kind of an ugly stamp. Let's see. That's kind of cool. Actually, I think the color blends a little bit too much. I want it to contrast just a little bit. So maybe with the green, let me go back to this green. How does that look? Getting there, getting closer. These are just random stamps. That's interesting. Oh, look, 5s. I like the 5 and the 5. I'm always looking for a reason to connect, you know, pieces together. So this is nice that there's also the 5 on here. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. So I will just add a little bit of glue this way. And that is that. Awesome. So do you see what you can do with the leftover scraps on your desk? There are so many little projects that you can take care of, that you can finish with pieces that are left over from other projects. That's my lesson for today. All right, so what is next week? Next week we have A playing card. Ooh, you see that's different. Playing card, I always imagine, is something like a traditional playing card, but don't forget that you can use the opposite side. So playing card, either side. I'll see you back here next week. Bye for now.